I'm not going to say that some people don't just really have that to whatever extent, but from my experience, the more of the trauma and all of those things that we work through and release and heal, the less of the ADHD.
Right. The tendencies disappear. Why? Because it's a trauma response to avoid. I'm not lazy. I'm avoiding. Well, maybe I do, but like maybe actually it's not because I can't focus on things. Maybe it's because I have too much trauma going in my head that I can't focus.
Which would seem like a really healthy coping mechanism when you're going through those situations to distract you from all of the things that are probably overwhelming. And it's one of my favorite things when when my clients initially, they're like, no, that doesn't work, that isn't going to help, whatever. And then, months or a year or however long down the line, and they're like, yes, this is wild, because I don't struggle with ADHD anymore the way that I used to. And I'm like, I could have.
I also think people are looking for a diagnosis to tell them why they are the way that they are, beyond, hey, maybe it's a trauma response, maybe it's unresolved feelings, unresolved hurt, unresolved emotions, whatever. That's why I think we see this massive surge in ADHD, autism, whatever. Maybe you just had a bad childhood. Maybe you're just weird. You don't need to be diagnosed as something. I don't claim that ADHD. It's just my brain works a little different than other people's, and I'm not a good cleaner, but I run a great business. Well, maybe in this 40th year I will learn.
Yeah, it's still a work in progress for me, and I think the messes, the messes in our lives, it can be a perpetual, perpetual cycle. We get the mess in our mind, and then we create or allow messes to accumulate in our physical environment, and vice versa. So it's kind of a process of cleaning up all of the messes, because if we focus just on the physical, then the mental will end up creating more physical mess. And if we only focus on the mental, then we'll accumulate the physical mess, which will then create more mental mess. So it goes both ways, and it's always an and thing.